have a couple of problems here. One of them is, maybe I need more light here. Don't have much, does it? I never have really finished this box window, but one of the things that happens is that in the morning the horizon moves down over here, so light comes in, and what it does a lot of times of the year, it leaks, the sunlight leaks around the corners here, and it comes in and it hits the light on the ceiling fan. It wakes me up. You'd think the light's on or something. So I'm going to put some borders around this thing. I've already got them stained down at the bridge too far. But the other thing is I haven't, there you go, Harley Davidson, see. And then this looks terrible, and I've been meaning to do something about that. So I'm going to. I know that looks a mite rough. I didn't get a finishing edge, but see, I can cut one of these into 3 pieces, and I got 3 pieces of it anyway. I don't know. I just thought the black would look good with the green, and the green have a black edge, but now I realize I didn't even think about the hangover there, but I'll just paint that black. Who cares? You know, just paint that black. Nobody will ever know. I'm not telling. That's got a chip in it, so let's keep that in mind. And then I got, well, hey, there you go. I forgot I got this. So I got this. I can just put a black silicone right there, and then that'll be fine. So I got the black silicone for a couple of reasons. When I put those wood strips in here, it will help hide that. And I can just kind of seal up around the edges. I'll show you those pieces I did in just a minute. But the other thing is, when I put this front door in, I just siliconed this in. I'm not going to put a screen in here. But the wind actually has made this buckle say, I mean, it just beats the heck out of things around here. That's why I call it Windhaven Farms. But see, that's going to have to be fixed, or it's going to just blow in. The big bad wolf's going to go out there and blow my house in. So anyhow, boy, that hammock's looking good. My back hurts like crazy. So anyhow, those are the projects for today on this eventide, Christmas Eve. So this means that nobody's going to be doing anything, and that's going to drive me insane. Alright, so I've measured these. I'm going to cut these not directly in half, but I just want them to hang down a little bit. Now I had an idea, and I'm only going to say this because it's a good idea, but I don't need it. If you wanted to run your tile off your ledge and bring it down a little bit more, you could very easily run a little LED strip in here, or some rope lights or something. And boy, that'd look cool, wouldn't it? But I'm not going to do that. But that's just something that passed through my mind here. So I need 1, 2, 3 whole pieces and a little piece right there. I might consider carrying that out a little bit more. I don't know. But we will see. Get the wet saw going. But I thought that was a pretty good idea to come out and do that. So I'm going to try to get all this done so I can caulk it in tonight. Now, I would get up in the morning and show you the problem and show you that I fixed it. But the whole point of it is not to have to get up in the morning at daybreak. So that's the whole problem here. I am extremely light sensitive, so I have to, I'll tell you a real quick story. I was in northern Alaska for a while. That wasn't good. Sun don't go down for a long time. That wasn't good at all. It took me a long time to acclimate to that. I was only there like 3 months, but it was awful. I really couldn't take it. But anyway, we're going to do this tile work. I'm going to do the side work here. I'm just going to attach this stuff with Gorilla Glue and some frog tape that I just got. And look at it, it comes in a little package, not a sponsor. Ain't that cool? So anyhow, got to fix that front glass. I got to get a piece of plexiglass. So my idea here, back to over here again, was because this thing gets battered so hard, I was thinking of making a pizza, well, kind of like a pizza, like a little round little piece of plexiglass, or maybe, oh, a little bug right there, he's on the outside, you can live. Okay. But to kind of come to this corner and just kind of give this another little buttress, let me draw that up. And I think I'll go down there and cut. I got all kinds of pieces of plexiglass. We'll just see how it works. Let me do a little designing there and play around. What fun! I made this little paper template here, and so what I'm going to do is I've got it to where it'll go against the door handle, and there's a pretty good drop off right there. I'm going to probably get my knife and cut some of this out, but the trick is going to be making this come out and swing around this way, and I think that's what I want to do, and I have to think all this over, but something's going to have to happen here. Maybe I don't want to do this, and I want the stability of a single piece, so we'll see what it is. I know the TV's on, don't get mad at me. So it's Dorothy Malone and something, 5 Guns West or something. Anyway, I ain't really watching, it's just background noise. I don't know. Let me think about this. Can't just fill that with silicone. You gotta do anything. I want the silicone here. Okay. I think I'll go ahead and cut this stuff out. Well, let's go ahead and do that now. Okay, well I cut that bit out so that hopefully will stop the rattle in the door when I close it too. I didn't put new frames in. I put the new doors in, but I didn't put new frames in. Just seemed like a lot of trouble, but they don't ever fit right. But of course, the storm door's a different animal, isn't it? Might be the glare there. So just pretend the table saw was running, and you end up with these pieces. And I stained them true black. And one's going to be right, one's going to be left. The one's just a little thicker than the other. I don't know. This is what's going up on the upper sides. So let's cut some plexiglass. Looks like I got some. Just kind of, let's see what I got here. Try to use the small. Plexiglass is expensive. So let's get my fence over there. Okay, let's cut some plexiglass now. Then we'll cut some tile in a minute. Okay, well, this is a plexiglass cutter, and this is my little template. And I found this piece of scrap, and a lot of glare there, but you can see my little purple mark. Let's see if I can cut this. Need a piece of wood underneath there so I don't tear up my cutter. So you cut it, and then let's cut. I'll make this cut first, and then I'll make the half moon cut. Okay, I've been back cutting that semicircle there. Looks like it belongs on a farmhouse, doesn't it? It'll be fine. I've been cutting it on this side and the other side and digging out all this stuff. We'll see if I get lucky and she cracks for me. But sometimes it gets so far that it won't work right, so it's gonna be fine. And went off right there. I'll tell you, but that's gonna be behind door. You won't even see it. Think about. I'm going to maybe paint that. I don't know. Don't know. Just make it up as I go along. Okay, now here's the key to being a handyman other than duct tape. I always keep those there. I don't know why. I always have. So it broke kind of badly, and I think it's very artistic. So I lost a little bit of the round there, but I meant to do that. I didn't, but it's fine. The main thing is the structural part of this. Okay, so I'm going to get a piece of tape and mark this out. I was going to sand it and then maybe paint it. I'm not going to do any of that. Take it and put it on. Okay, so I got to go wet cut tile. Okay, and they're already marked. So funny, South Pacific. Tried to watch South Pacific the other day, but something came up. So, gotta watch that. You ever seen the Happy Talk scene? So everything's gonna be held on with Gorilla glue, and I got my wet tile cutter here. Well, it's not quite wet yet, but it will be wet in a minute. no, a piece of tile fell out of that tile cutter. Okay, let's get going here. Not a sponsor, but this has been a great little saw. I've done a ton of work with it. If you ever use these, the little metal tabs go inside right there. Once again, I got a fence here. Let's see what she sounds like. Oh! Well, there ain't much of that left, is there? But I only got a couple of cuts here. So once I measure my first one, I need to measure. Where did I have that other mark? It's right here. Okay. So I better mark that with something permanent instead of just lead. I know this is going to make a mess, but I don't care. Okay. She's going to splatter around on us. I just don't want to do this outside. I don't know why. She's kind of raucous over there. It's okay though. So when you cut tiles, you know, I got two good ends. This is the piece I cut out was the middle piece. So I cut one side and turn it over. So you keep these nice round ends going up. And so I know there might be a chip there too. That's why they make black Sharpies. And nobody's going to notice. I'm not going to tell. So let's kind of trim that up a little bit. Because that could interfere with my plans. That's what happens. So when you get to the tail end of the wheel, you end up with these little bits. And you have to sort of just play with them and get them cleaned up. Okay, everything's back up here. Got the Gorilla Glue and my pieces of tile ready. I got my tape ready to hang it on here. And I got to see where I'm going to put the bottoms of the wooden part that is going to go at the window and not at the ledge here. So let's make some marks. Purple marker. You know, the reason I use purple marker, because just have one and it was new. Well, it's a good thing I got a bunch of black silicone. I'm not going to sit here and cut and paste and fit this thing. I did this tile work myself, and it's going to be a little tighter than that, and I'm going to put some Gorilla Glue in there. I need there to be some gaps. This side fits great. I mean, there's a little bit of a gap there, but it's hardly nothing compared to this side. And I actually whittled out a little bit up there trying to get that to go. That's going to be fine, though. And doesn't seem, and I think it'll bring out the black down here, too. And I'm not losing that much light. So, kind of frames it in a little bit, actually. I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, well, let's get the Gorilla Glue going. And as you know, water activates that. So I'm going to wet the back of this and tape it up, and we're gonna do our best. See some white dots up there too. I'll put a little. See, I got Gorilla tape right there. Forgot I did that. Trying to stop some of the light too, but I'll be able to do this. This will be fine. I'm not gonna take down those blinds. That can be a bad day. But I can get in there good enough. I'll figure it out. I can make an extension. Well, that's pretty far anyway. But just put a little rubber tube on there sometime, you know, and you can get down in deep places like that. But I'm glad I got a big bottle of that. And boy, that front door's loose now that I cut that silicone out of there. But that's going to be real good getting that a lot tighter. Okay, well, I'll show you what it looks like when it's up there. What time is it? Well, let's see. It's that time. It'll have to sit for a good number of hours before the Gorilla Glue takes hold. I know I could have cleaned the sink, but life is life, you know. A little V8 juice, a little scrambled egg here and there. Way it goes. Okay, I got one of them up, and that's all you got to do is you wet this down a little bit. And you just lay a little bead First time I saw somebody use this kind of glue was Norm Abrams, and I think it was the New Yankee Workshop or something. So, but I thought that's pretty cool stuff. Not a sponsor. Okay, just get you a little bit of water, put it up here, put it on both surfaces, okay, and then we'll lay a bead and we'll put it up there. Don't just put it on one side generally if you can help it, you know. As always, it takes a little more work than you think it's gonna. I'm gonna have to kind of nurse this a little bit. But everything's up and glued, and I had an idea of making a little end piece right here, so I think I will. That just looks a little chalky, doesn't it? So let's see if I can glue that down. Well, won't see it once I get a piece cut here. I got an extra piece. I always buy an extra piece. These are $1.97 each, so I've got about $6 in this. Well, aside from the glue and the time and everything, but that's about it. So, okay, just gonna just keep messing with it. But it's good and damp, so it ought to cure up pretty quick. Those don't bother me so much. Boy, there's a lot of light through there, but that's okay. Okay, I made a little template here for right there, so I got to go back down to the tile cutter and make that little plate right. That's going to look pretty dang good there. Shoo, I'm okay with that. So that's the way to do it. Just make yourself a cardboard template. Just come back here every little bit. I don't mind that it sweeps out a little bit. Actually, that would be a preference for a drip edge. So anyhow, that's the way it's shaping up. Of course, there's no way to get a finished edge on an angle like this, but that's pretty good right there, and I'll be able to sort of mask it, I feel like anyway. So you can tell the Gorilla Glue's already coming out of there, and it ain't been that long, so I might be able to caulk this up tonight as quickly as this stuff cures. And that's a fascinating little piece. Tile cutting is a lot of experience. Boy, I messed up a bunch of them. So, but I don't want to crack this open until I'm ready to do the whole thing. I like these little things. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. Maybe go up that way with them or something. Who knows? Don't tell nobody. Don't know. It does make a nice little framework right there. Oh. All right, let's just finish what I started. Okay, it's time to kind of test fit my very artistic looking thing here. Yes, I think I like it like that. I kind of like that. Okay, so I get some alcohol and wipe off. You can wipe Sharpie off with rubbing alcohol. So I guess I better do that. Plenty nice enough. Just kind of like that, just overall. You on the inside this time? Yeah, he's on the inside that time. Alright, well, I don't know how much later it is than it was. I think about 90 minutes. Stuff's pretty doggone solid. So I'm going to go ahead and trim this out right here because I just want to. I had these lovely little pieces here. You cut tile that thin and it don't bust. That's pretty good right there. So I got my scraps are this, and there's another big scrap down on the machine. So it's not too bad. I'll figure out something to do with them. I like this trimming thing. I've never liked that edge right there. So anyway, we're gonna stop there. You got to find a place to stop. Can't put birds all over the Golden Gate Bridge, you know. Okay, got too late. I'm sauteing some onion now for a homemade pizza. So I got this asparagus. I'll have that tomorrow night. So y'all might not know it, but I'm really quite the chef. So we'll get back on this tomorrow. But for now, it's weeble wobble time. Yep, pizza time. My gosh, I wish you were here. It smells so good. So I'm cooking, but anyhow, I just thought of a new song. I'm having coleslaw for Christmas. It's better than horseradish. So, Krabby Patties, I'm going to make them. I keep putting it off. These things loud. This must be completely sterile. Anyway, or I could have tahini. See, I told you I was a chef. Anybody with Food Line coleslaw. It is a little after 8. Boy, I had a great pizza. And I don't know if you can see it, but right here, there's that little white line. That's the light leaking around the box window. And let me tell you, I have the lights up in there. That is so much better, a lot less distracting. But I can't take it anymore. It's the same day, but it's just much later. And I've eaten and everything, but I'm thinking that I don't want to be distracted by that anymore. So let's go bust open that black tube of silicone and put an end to this. I'm not so concerned about the bottom because I just put some weather strip there. But there's your problem. And the only thing going on out there is just those lights right there. It's after 8 at night. See, I can pull that down and knock most of that out down there. Sunlight's not going to be a problem. But here we go. I think I have a way of getting that. What am I going to do? Oh boy, this is all looking so good. I had this piece of hose that I was going to put on the black silicone. It's not going to work. So I'm going to attack it from the back. So let's turn this light off again. And let's see how much of this I can knock down right now. That's pretty good there. The little bit of light that you see leaking through is just around the blind to the thing. So I've got all the tape pulled off. I don't see any reason to put anything there. I might just put just a little touch of black silicone there. I didn't use very much of it. And so in the morning, I'm not going to mess with that. We'll just scrape that off tomorrow with a razor blade. That is going to be much better. Let's turn all this off. So the way the light's hitting the sides now is different because those are the lights up inside there. But the sun coming in is going to be coming in more direct. It's going to... See, now we got these big black bars there. There's going to be some mess. There's going to be damage. And there's a little bit of something right there. I'll get it. And I am thrilled to pieces. I'm going to get some sleep. And you know how it is, another 10-15 minutes worth of sleep. Very important. Okay. So I just got that one little dot right there. I'll get them. Wow, that's pretty good. And I love the... You can't see it. We'll see it tomorrow. And this is my favorite thing of the whole project. I didn't even mean to do it. So, all right. I'm I'm easily overcome. See, it's just about 25 minutes later, and there's no light coming through and reflecting back on my bay window. And the light's still on. I think you could probably still see it. So, down at the base there. So the light's still on. Like I say, the refraction of that light is different from when the sun comes in the morning. But now there's nothing here.
I just happened to be up at this time of day. It's 7:35 and I'm watching how car starters work. That means the sun's been up for about 5 minutes. I wasn't planning on doing this. I just got lucky, I guess, if you want to look at it that way. So there's no sunlight hitting my ceiling fan thing. I'm just looking out right now. So let's look back here and see what's going on. See, that's pretty good there. Now generally that would be light would be flying in the edges, and that was just sort of gently caressing the blind. So let's take a look out there. Well, it's not quite up, but it's up enough. So yeah, that's much better. So I'll pull the tape off, and we'll wait till later today and finish this thing out. But that is that's just so much better. So yeah, let's see, yeah, 7:35. So I'll keep an eye on it. If it continues to be a problem, we'll work on something else, I guess. I don't know. Maybe put something on this side of it. I don't know, but it looks like it's just fine. And I sealed everything up at the top. So this is the most offensive light problem I have in the morning is this right here. So all right, interesting, huh? All right, we'll finish this up in just a couple hours. Let's just walk back this way. Okay. The stuff at the bottom I don't see because the bar kind of blocks it. So that's nice. I made a spacer and put in here and made that real tight. You can see that little bit of cardboard there. So let's lay in a bead of silicone and put that thing in there and call this done. I think, you know, the thing about these doors is good to have something on them so people will see that it's a door. Won't walk right through it. Seen it happen. So you want to have, you don't want to get it too clean, but you know what I mean. So I'm ready with my tape there, and we're just going to lay a bead on it, lay a beating on it. Oh boy, I got the PD music playing in the background by accident off another YouTube video that's playing the music for me. How nice, huh? No copyright issues there. Well, the old clock on the wall says it's almost 10 o'clock there. So let's wrap this up. Final shot. That looks great. I'm very happy with that. I got it all beaded in here. It's 10. I don't want to mess with it too much. It's still kind of damp. See, it sounds a lot better, doesn't it? So there's what that looks like. I'm going to sneak that piece of tape back on there because it's not completely dry yet. I just don't want to hear it clang on the floor. I just wanted you to see what it looked like. Looks fine. Looks good. Looks fine. Now the trick here was to put the silicone in here to kind of make a little wedge for it. So yeah, hurt my back. So I'm trying to use that thing. So I didn't go hog wild with the black silicone. I did finish up this nice corner. You can see how bright it gets right here. I think that looks great. I decided not to lay a bead in here. I don't think it matters. Kind of that little white line kind of grew on me. So here it is all the way open. It's fine. It's dandy. I love my little outlines here. That looks good. And that really helped that. Gave that some definition. The lightness between this and that was just a little much. It just didn't define the casing work, the finish trim. So I think that's just great. I am very pleased with it. I felt better this morning about it, and you can tell. So you just get a lot of glare off of this, and it just comes through. So just pull that down, and then there you are. Much better. I got some Swiffers, but I don't quite need them yet. I always like wait till I need them. So we're going to put Moo Cow back. Moo! With a little pad, see? And what else goes here? My mortise and pestle with my, goes here with my little Harley Davidson pen. Alright, so that's going to call that. We're going to color that man follow. Alright, and that's going to be it right there. So I cleaned the sink for you and everything, so it'd look nice. And we're going to put that back there. got these free little things of vodka. And so cleaned up some. I got this lid right here. I like mixing up my Dawn with water, and then you can just come out like that. You don't use so much soap. Dawn's so concentrated. So just got some cleaning up to do, make some asparagus. I got my Christmassy blend. It don't look good, but it's peppermint and cinnamon, and heated up. It smells good. Gets a little humidity in the house. A couple of my little tricks there. Charged up my ratio and all that other stuff. So it's just looking good here. So I'm happy. So give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And I sure appreciate y'all spending time with me. There's my waste pieces. So, and I'm telling you, these were $1.79. I got 3 of them and cut them. And so between that and a couple of drops of Gorilla Glue and a little bit of frog tape, what do you think? And some silicone, $30 maybe, and stuff. And it just looks great to me. I just love it. So I'm going to consider the box window after like a year sitting here to be a completed project. And I'm kind of happy I didn't do that white trim back. I might get a piece of that white trim and put there. Should have pulled that one off and put it over there, huh? That rope tile is real expensive. So anyhow, we'll see. All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll talk next time. Bye-bye.